Hi, I'm Beverly Beluria with John Hersey International, and we're back again for a interview with one of our experts. In this case, it's Dr. Bill Meyer, who is the superintendent of the Fountain Hills Unified School District, and this is to support our Vibrant Communication module. So, hi, Bill.
Hi.
Thanks so much for helping us out.
Thank you.
I am curious, the reason we wanted to talk with you is that you have done an outstanding job of including social media for communication for parents, for students, and for faculty. And we're curious, what prompted that?
Well, when I became superintendent here about 4 years ago, I found that we did not communicate well with our public, and that we actually didn't have any kind of a media program or public relations program that really allowed us to tell our story. We're small, about 2,100, but we're mighty. We do really nice things. Over 90% of our kids go on to higher education. They get outstanding scholarship offers, and we're really a fine school district, and we weren't telling our story. So I turned to social networking.
So what you found is it gave you tremendous visibility at a low cost, I presume.
Absolutely. We created media guides. They're very expensive to give to realtors in the area, but using Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and updating our website on a regular basis gave us instant recognition, instant communication, and allowed us to really tell our story on a daily basis.
What I did find is that you've only been in this position for about 4 years, and very, very quickly you became part of the community. And I think part of that was you just always had your little iPhone and you were clicking pictures and then posting them right away. So you're a very familiar figure around our community.
And that's part of my job, is to, it is a community, and Fountain Hills is a community, and the school district is one of those anchors of the community. So by using social media and by being active in the community, we were able to tell our story, because we had to tell it not only internally, but then it allowed us to reach out externally from our community and really allow people to know how great a school district we really are.
You know, Bill, just recently you took over the website for the district, and you said you're having much more success driving people to the Facebook page than to the website. Why is that?
Beverly, what we found in keeping data on our various social medias, we found that we were getting more hits on Facebook than we were on our website. We were finding externally, or people on the outside were checking out our district on our website, so we wanted to keep that current. But we found internally, and in the area in general, we found more people accessing Facebook on a regular basis to catch up on what's happening at Fountain Hills Unified. So we saw it as a combination of efforts, and that's when I expanded to Twitter and also to LinkedIn, because all four of those different medias, website, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, allows a different population, allows a little different niche, and allows for a different type of information. And we're finding that people are all connected to these in various ways, and again, it all reaches back to Fountain Hills Unified. So it's been very successful, because now we're picking up kids. I have kids who will do Facebook because they love the pictures, and they could easily share it with their friends and their family around the country, around the area. Parents love it. They can do exactly the same thing. It's instantaneous. As long as they're a friend of the Unified School District on Facebook, they can instantly get information that they can then share with others. So it just multiplies. Just like LinkedIn, you send something out on LinkedIn, it can go to second wave and third wave. And now I think on our district LinkedIn, our second wave is over 1 million connections. Mm-hmm. And so it's using social media for various populations and allowing us to communicate both with our parents and our students on a regular basis, sharing pictures, sharing information, sharing our good work. And it allows for us to be seen in a positive light, which we should be seen.
So this is what we found interesting. Everyone thought that the kids were the ones that were going to be so involved in the social media, and what we found out, it was their parents that was really attracted to that form of communication. And my question to you in business is, how are you using your social media? And do you understand the huge impact it's making on not just the young kids, but the parents of the young kids and your consumers and employees? Did you find yourself a little resistant to getting into social media?
Oh, absolutely. But I also found, as I went to various technology workshops and various conferences, that it became very apparent that that had to be a part of your 21st century vision as an educational leader. I've been telling my school board and my staff now that we have to become a 24/7 school district where our kids and our parents can access our educational programs and their classes and information on a 24/7 basis. We're moving to online classes for regular credit. We already have it for credit retrieval, and we know that this is going to be a part of their 21st century world.
Yeah.
That they're going to be taking education online, and that they are going to have to embrace technology and not be resistant to it.
I find it really interesting because it's exactly the same model for business. It's exactly what needs to happen for business to have that vision. They need to look at what you're doing.
I couldn't agree more. I think that businesses have to realize that we are becoming a digital world filled with digital learners, and that we have customers out there, whether they're students or parents or community members, who are going to embrace this technology. It's going to already become a part of their lives. Facebook has 500 million users and growing. It's the fastest growing application out there, and it will just continue to evolve and become even more prevalent in people's lives, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or something that hasn't been invented yet. So I think it's a very big part of future business.
It's part of I noticed you have an iPad.
Yes, I do.
So you have all the little tools of the trade.
Absolutely, and I'm finding whether it's an iPhone or an iPad or a computer or whatever equipment it may be, it's all needed to be successful in social media, to enable to access all the various tools that are out there. And with it's amazing how many applications are available right there that now our parents and our students are going to be able to use in our school system. For example, we're going to have iTouches next month in our grades 2 through 5. We know it'll help our kids with reading fluency. We know that we can get education applications at a very inexpensive level, and we know that our kids are engaged when they're using technology, and they're learning at the same time, and they're getting academic efficacy, which is what we're looking for, because they're enjoying their learning.
They get really involved,
Absolutely.
really involved in learning. I have one last question. I want your impression. How is this generation of kids, of students, going to impact business? Because they're not far from being in those corner offices, hopefully.
Well, first of all, they're going to think out of the box, and they're going to be using technology. Technology is going to be a part of their lives, and they're going to see business in a totally different paradigm than what our present businesses look at. And because of that, they're going to use technology on a daily basis, and it's just going to continue to change the business models that we've been operating under for generations. And you're going to see kids who are creative. You're going to see them coming with new ideas that are going to be first very scary and uncomfortable, but if business owners will embrace it and begin to see how it applies directly to their success as a business person, I think it's going to enhance their business, especially if they hire these digital learners that are coming out of a 21st century digital learning system.
I couldn't agree with you more. And with John Hersey International, we so embrace vibrant communication. Bill, I appreciate you shedding some light on this vibrant communication module. And with that, I'd like to say goodbye, thank you, and as we always say, be well and be contagious.